Good morning, honorable members of the Board of Supervisors. My name is Nancy Elliott. I'm president of the county chapter of SEIU Local 5-1. Our members are here today on their break, and we will be having a few brief speeches before you. And our new executive director, Nick Steinmeier, will conclude, and then we will all go back to work. We are beginning negotiations this Friday, and we are hopeful that this process will serve us all better than it has in the past. In the last two negotiating sessions, there have been two strikes that I think those of us on all sides of the agreement now believe two strikes to achieve what were fair and reasonable contracts. So it is time to get a fair deal without having to go on strike. Yeah. Strikes do not serve the best interests of the community. Strikes hurt our members. They cost our members money. We lose pay, and we worry about the clients and the patients whom we serve. Strikes hurt everyone who depends on the County of Santa Cruz for vital services, information, and regulation. We are also beginning this negotiating session with a sense that the county is in better fiscal health. Over the last 9 months, you've been able to give yourselves raises of 18% and 3% based on what you believe are fair and reasonable wages, in comparison with parity in the 8 comparison counties for the Board of Supervisors. However, the wages, benefits, and employee rights of your employees have fallen behind the standards of those other counties. One indication of that is the county is having difficulty recruiting for vacant positions, and members are leaving for places like Sunnyvale and surrounding areas. There are 41 civil service exam postings. 30 of them are continuous postings. That's a symptom of an inadequate applicant pool from which to even form a civil service list. You lack applicants for auditors, animal care workers, the entire clerk series at entry level, computer operating techs, lifeguards, program analysts, sheriff community service officers, the entire series of typist clerks and eligibility workers, social workers, nurses, detention, clinic, public health, nurse practitioners, PAs, and mental health client specialists. You don't have enough people applying for those positions who are qualified, and these are positions where employees not only provide income to the county, but they provide vital services to the community. We will be asking for nothing more this time around than wage and benefit standards that have been established in the 8 comparison counties. We will be asking for nothing more than fairness and transparency in your employment practices, and worker rights have been established in the other counties. It is time to change this broken process. Please work with us to make these negotiations different this time than in the past. Thank you very much.
Good morning, members of the board. I am Lisa Giles from the District Attorney's Office, and I represent the Safety Division on the negotiation team. I'm here to discuss one of the non-economic issues on the table. The proposal is to allow the union to sit down with individual managers in order to resolve issues that are specific to their department. We need to have contract language that will allow us to meet and reach enforceable agreements over departmental issues as they arise and not wait for the next bargaining session. Oftentimes, the bargaining table is not the appropriate forum to resolve an issue that only affects one department or 1 or 2 departments. Transfers of employees, reassignments, and scheduling of vacation time are examples of items that can be resolved on a department-to-department basis. For example, some departments already use seniority as one method of deciding which employees should be eligible for internal reassignments or a transfer to a more desirable position. Departmental agreements will prove to be an empowering tool for both management and union leaders to raise morale, raise productivity, and ultimately provide a higher quality product or service to the public. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Good morning, Board of Supervisors. My name is Victoria Rodriguez. I'm a clerical supervisor 2, and I've worked for the county for 29 years. This year, our union will be asking you, the Board of Supervisors, to examine the breakdown of the county's employment practices, especially the reclassification and civil service system. The union has already gone to the Civil Service Commission to complain that the job descriptions are woefully outdated. 92% of the job specifications have not been reviewed or updated in more than 5 years. 41% have not been reviewed in over 15. For example, the typist clerk 3 work with computers, not typewriters. The job spec has not been revised in 17 years. Without job descriptions that accurately reflect the work we do, the county is unable to effectively recruit and hire qualified candidates for a job opening. What is the job? Evaluate a meaningful way an employee's job of an employee's job performance. What are the job specs, job duties? Develop career ladders for long-term lower paid employees. How do the jobs relate to each other? Respond accurately to requests for reclassifications. How to compare when the spec is out of date. Compare salaries accurately in wage parity studies. How does a consultant identify the jobs? The civil service reclassification system is broken. The personnel director has established an incredibly burdensome procedure for reclassification requests. On top of that, only a tiny percentage of requests result in upgrade, and some workers who inquire even get threatened they will be downgraded. Only 10 reclassification requests for upgrades have been approved in the past 5 years. That is a reclassification rate of 1/10% per year of SEIU's membership of 1,850 county employees. Workers who make the requests are not even told why they are being denied. We need oversight of this system. We want a transparent review process that can be appealed to the Civil Service Commission. Our personnel system needs to be brought into the 21st century. Thank you for listening.
Good morning, members of the board. My name is Anita Stoddard, and I've worked for the county for 6 years. I'm also a single parent. I currently work for HSA. When I first started working for the county, I had 2 of my boys on my health insurance. Since then, one of my boys is now on his own, but my youngest son is 10, and I had to take him off my health insurance as I can't afford it. I have had to make the choice between feeding my son and insuring him. The cost of everything has gone up, but my pay has not gone up at the same rate. With our upcoming contract, I really hope that once again to put my son on my health insurance. I work for this county at Health Services, yet my son isn't on my health insurance. I just hope every day that nothing happens to my son. Part of the reason I came to work here was because I could have health insurance for my children. Now I can't afford the insurance for him. Please help us to get better health insurance for our families. Thank you.